Hi, I'm Joy, and I want to ask you a direct question. How long are you going to keep saying, I'll start on Monday? Postponing seems harmless, but that habit is keeping you stuck in the same place, day after day. What you don't realize is that waiting doesn't prepare you, it only drains your energy and creates an invisible cycle of paralysis. The truth is, you don't need perfect motivation or iron discipline. You just need one first step. And it can be smaller than you think. A quick workout, a short walk, a simple decision made today. Because change never starts tomorrow, it always happens in the now. And since we're in this together, let me ask you for something. Subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find practical inspiration to stop waiting, start acting, and truly transform your routine. I promise each video will feel like that little push we all need sometimes to break inertia and move forward. How many times have you caught yourself repeating in your head, "I'll start on Monday"? It almost feels like a mantra, but deep down, it's just a prettier way of pushing off what you know you should be doing today. I've fallen into that trap myself. The funny thing is, there's always a convincing excuse. Work, fatigue, last-minute plans, and suddenly, before you notice it, another week has gone by. It's almost automatic. You think about working out, but your mind instantly serves up ready-made excuses. Not today. Tomorrow will be better. But that tomorrow never comes. It's always 2 steps away, like a promise you keep chasing but never catch. And the more you postpone, the heavier the simple act of starting feels. Here's the detail no one tells you. Every time you convince yourself to wait for that perfect Monday, you're reinforcing the idea that you're not ready. It's like your body and mind are being trained to live in postponement. But what if that cycle could be broken in a simple way, without waiting for some idealized moment? Deep down, what you're after isn't just changing your body in the mirror, it's waking up with energy, feeling your mind lighter, and actually getting more out of your day. Have you noticed how when you're active, even the small tasks feel easier? It's like that sense of vitality becomes a silent fuel driving every decision you make. Exercise isn't just about looks. It's about reconnection. It's looking in the mirror and seeing not just muscles, but vitality, taking back the space that used to be filled with fatigue. You feel your body stop being a burden and start becoming an ally. That sensation of being more alive goes far beyond appearance because it strikes right at the heart of your self-esteem. And the good part is, you don't need to wait years. The mind learns quickly, too, how to fabricate excuses. That inner voice comes up. You're too tired. The day was too long. Tomorrow will be different. The problem is, tomorrow shows up with the same script. That repetition builds an invisible prison. You want to change, but the habit of postponing becomes as strong as any other. And the consequence is brutal. With each day you stay still, your confidence shrinks. You look at yourself and feel like you're falling behind. And it's not just in your body. It spreads into everything. Inertia seeps into other areas of your life, slowing everything down. But there's always a crack in the wall, a simple way to break the cycle, even when it feels like there's no way out. The more you delay, the heavier that first step becomes. Your body gets used to not moving, and every attempt to leave the couch feels twice as hard. That sense of stagnation doesn't bring real rest. It just builds up exhaustion and a strange apathy that drains your energy. Your mind joins the game, spinning out excuses. You don't have time. Today isn't the right moment. You need to wait for a better phase. But those justifications repeat endlessly, turning postponement into routine. Slowly, you start believing that starting is always out of reach. And that eats away at your confidence. You watch the days slip by and feel like opportunities are passing you up, not just in fitness, but in life itself. Inertia creates an invisible chain, dragging you down. But that chain can be broken, and the key lies in something much smaller than you think. The power of the first move. The turning point doesn't come when everything is perfect. It comes the moment you decide to start, even without wanting to. Putting on your shoes, stepping outside for a 5-minute walk, doing a few stretches at home. Those tiny actions break the barrier. The first move is never grand, but it opens up a new space in your routine. When you act, you discover that motivation doesn't come before, it comes after. The feeling of having done something, even if small, shifts your mood. Your body responds with more energy, and your mind gains confidence. That positive cycle begins with one simple decision. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and just start. And this beginning doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe you lose the rhythm, get tired fast, or feel uncomfortable. That's fine. What matters is that movement itself creates an opening that didn't exist. The myth of infinite discipline. Many people believe they'll only be able to change if they have unbreakable, almost superhuman discipline. That idea is intimidating and often shuts down any attempt before it even starts. But the truth is much simpler. You don't need to train for hours or become an athlete to feel real transformation. The secret lies in consistency, not intensity. 10 or 15 minutes of movement every day is worth far more than giant workouts that never leave the paper. It's about learning to build a habit that fits into your life without demanding impossible effort. You can start with something basic, a short set of jumping jacks, a light walk, or even some stretching in the morning. When you understand that discipline doesn't need to be infinite, just consistent, the weight lifts. You're not fighting yourself all the time. You're simply repeating a small daily commitment. That consistency over time creates results far greater than any temporary burst of effort. And that's when your body starts to become more than just an obstacle. Your body as an ally, not an enemy. At first, many people see exercise as punishment, something heavy and painful. But once you start, you realize your body isn't against you. On the contrary, it responds quickly to every bit of care. Even a simple walk releases that light, freeing feeling, almost like your body is thanking you for moving. And the benefits aren't just physical. Your mind shifts too. Anxiety decreases, your thoughts get clearer, and even your problems seem less complicated after you've burned some energy. That's when you realize exercise doesn't steal your time, it actually gives balance back to your day. The most surprising part is discovering that your body has been waiting for this care. It doesn't need hours of exhausting gym work, just consistency and attention. With so little, you already notice more energy, more clarity, and even more confidence. With each workout, you stop fighting battles against yourself and start walking side by side with your own body. The domino effect of small wins. A workout never ends with the workout itself. When you move, that sense of accomplishment spreads to the rest of your day. You find yourself choosing lighter meals, wanting to go to bed earlier, and even feeling more productive at work or school. It's as if your body is saying, since we started. The result? The freedom of acting today. The biggest reward isn't in the mirror. It's in the realization that you've stopped negotiating with laziness. It's not about waiting for the perfect Monday or the right moment. It's about acting now. When you realize you no longer depend on excuses, a lightness comes that transforms the way you see life itself. This freedom shows up in everyday life. You wake up with more energy, face problems with less weight, and feel proud of yourself. Not because everything changed overnight, but because you broke the cycle of waiting and started creating your own change. It's a kind of confidence no one can give you. It's born from the movement you chose to begin. And then life stops being an endless wait. You understand you don't have to start big. You just have to start. The new you doesn't appear tomorrow or next week. It appears in the very moment you act. And in that simple choice lies the true transformation. Now that you understand how small actions can break the cycle of waiting, the question is, what are you going to do today? Not tomorrow, not next Monday, today. Will you keep hiding behind excuses, or will you prove to yourself that you have the strength to begin? Remember, every workout, every movement, every conscious choice is a clear message to your body and your mind that you are in control. The freedom to act is already in your hands, but it only happens when you decide to stop waiting. So, what's your next step? And if this message resonated with you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll always get new videos that might be exactly the push you've been waiting for to change your life. Let's turn waiting into action together.